Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on dictionary skills. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. We're doing grade 3. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of dictionary skills. All right. So this is a continuation of our previous lesson on dictionary skills, right? And we only did like let's say like two lessons on, or let's say one lesson on dictionary skills. So now we are going to continue on dictionary skills. And we see that our chapter is dictionary skills. We are doing the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 3. And yesterday we started with our lesson on formatting our dictionary skills, right? Or how we basically are able to identify the words, the meanings, the pronunciations, and so on. So that is what we were still busy with yesterday, because we went over guide words, and we specifically said that guide words within a dictionary, it guides the either the reader or somebody that is looking up a specific word. And when it comes to guide words within a dictionary, right, then the first word on the page as well as the last word on a specific page, right, those are guide words within a dictionary. All the other words that is in between those words on that specific page, it is in alphabetical order. All right. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on today is to use dictionary entries, set two, because we already did set one, and to use dictionary definition. All right. Okay. So when it comes to dictionary skills, once again, and using dictionary entries, right? We see that we showed yesterday um, a picture of, or let's say, we basically showed an example of a dictionary entry, right? When we have a dictionary entry, and then the first word, or let's say not even the first word, the word that you are specifically looking at or looking for, right? In a dictionary, of course, your words are in alphabetical order, right? But then with a dictionary, they give you the word that you're looking up. So if you're looking for a specific word, they'll give you the name of that word that you're looking. They'll give you the pronunciation of the word, meaning how you say it or how you spell that word. They'll give you the part of speech of that word by saying if it is either a noun, if it is an adjective, if it is, any other part of speech. Sometimes they'll give you the plural forms of the word. And then, depending on the amount of meanings that there is of that word, the dictionary entries will, for example, if there's maybe three words, or let's say three meanings of that words, the all three of that meanings will be in number form. So number one, and we'll give the first meaning and an example of how to use it, the second meaning, how to use it, and the third meaning. All right. And when it comes to using dictionary entries, right, we're gonna have to see if we can identify the word that is given, the pronunciation, the meanings. Sometimes if it's either the first meaning, second meaning, third meaning, the example given, the part of speech, right? And that is how we can use dictionary entries. So now let's go to a+students.ca. We're going to use dictionary entries set 2. All right. I don't know if one of you have a dictionary close by, but if you do have a dictionary close by, try to find these words on the dictionary or in the dictionary. Try to find the meaning of boy, the meaning of excellent, the meaning of grades, the meaning of three, as in the number three, the meaning of insane, country, dictionary, whoop, reason, and manual. And all of us should have a dictionary by now, specifically for this. Actually, nowadays, most people don't even need the physical dictionary anymore because whatever word they're looking for, you will basically find on the you will find on your phone. You'll find on your tab. Can open your laptop and you can quickly search for a specific word, and the meaning of that word or the definition of that word will pop up. All right, let's quickly go to set one. All right, so we are going to continue just again with looking at different words as well as the meaning, right? But if you specifically look at this example that we have in front of us, right? This is how a basically an entry or dictionary entry looks like. You have your word, right? This is your word that you are looking at or looking for. Then, if we look at this word, that is the pronunciation of the word. That is how we say the word, and we call that the pronunciation of the word. It's how we say it. So there we have the word bar, but then this word, it tells us how you need to say the word bar. Then we have the basically the part of speech or the punctuation part of speech. It's a noun. Then if you see this PL, that means the plural of the word bar is bars. So they're giving us the plural form of bar also. Then here they're giving us number one, number two, number three, meaning that there are three meanings of the word bar. Three meanings of the word bar. The first meaning of bar is a long piece of metal or wood. And then an example of how you can use that word bar within a sentence. It's like saying Kathleen climbed on the monkey bars. Number two, the second meaning of the word bar is a chunk of something like soap. It's like saying a bar of soap. Wash your hands with this bar of soap. And then the third meaning of that word bar is a counter where food and drinks are served. So a counter where food or drinks are served. And it says Ying ordered a sandwich at the bar. And if you look at all three of those meanings, right? One word, but three different meanings of that word. The first meaning, it's like a metal part or metal or wood, right? It's like climbing the jungle gym and you have those metal parts that you need to hold on to. That is one meaning of the word bar. The second one is a bar of soap, totally different from the bar that you hold on to. And the third one is like where you go and buy drinks, buy food, that kind of bar. All right. So now they say select the part of speech in the dictionary entry. If we look at this dictionary entry, what is the part of speech within that entry? The part of speech. And if we were to identify the part of speech within that dictionary entry, then a part of speech is a noun, meaning that this word bar is a noun. That is the part of speech. All right, let's look at the next one. It says, we need to select the pronunciation. We need to select the pronunciation in the dictionary entry. The pronunciation. Here we have the word shop. There we have the word shop. The part of speech, it's an adjective. Sharper, sharpest. And then there are three different meanings of the word sharp. So now they're saying we need to select or identify the pronunciation within that dictionary entry. What is the pronunciation of the dictionary entry? The pronunciation. And if we were to select the pronunciation, then we would say it is this one, which is sharp. It's telling us how we need to say the word. Right? Tells us how we need to say the word, pronounce the word. All right, let's look at the next one. It says we need to select the pronunciation in this dictionary entry, the pronunciation. We have the meaning work, the basically the word work. The part of speech, it's a verb. It's working or worked. And there are four meanings of the word work. All right. If we were to select the pronunciation of that word, then we would select this as the pronunciation. It's how we say it, right? It's how we say it. That is the pronunciation. All right, so now we're going to our test where we're going to use dictionary entry. They will either ask you to select the word, to select the pronunciation, right, or any other word. So we have to be able to identify it from the dictionary entry. All right, here they say select the pronunciation in this dictionary entry. What is the pronunciation within the dictionary entry? Is it work, the first one, or the second one? Work, the pronunciation. How do we say the word? All right, and if we were to select the pronunciation within the dictionary entry, then we will go with option one. How we say the word, option one. Remember, option two is the actual word that we're looking up. The pronunciation is how we need to say that word. You see, work. They're telling us how we need to say it. So option one is the pronunciation of the word. The pronunciation. All right. Yeah, they say we need to select the second definition. What is the second definition or the second meaning within this dictionary entry? So, if we look at the second definition, is it option 1, not heavy or fat, or is it option 2, comparative and superlative? Look at the second definition of the word. All right, and if we were to select the second definition, we will say it is not heavy or fat. So that is a second definition. So the first one is not thick or wide. The third one is watery or runny. But the second one is not heavy or fat. So option one is correct. Well done. What is the part of speech in the dictionary entry? The part of speech. So we need to select the part of speech. Is it option one, shot, or option two, nouns? The part of speech. So we need to select the part of speech. Is it option one, shot, or option two, nouns? The part of speech. Guys, part of speech is words like your adjectives, your verbs, your nouns, adverbs. So if you look at that dictionary entry, what is the part of speech? All right. And if we look at the part of speech, then we will say it is a noun. Remember, we said a part of speech, it is either like an adjective, an adverb, a noun, or so on. So well done. Option two is correct. That is the part of speech, meaning that that word is a noun. We need to select the pronunciation in the dictionary entry, the pronunciation of that entry, how we say the word. All right. And if we were to select the pronunciation, remember the pronunciation. Is it option one, shop, or is it option two, shop? Remember the pronunciation, not the word, the pronunciation. All right. And if we were to select the part of the pronunciation, sorry, then the pronunciation will be option one. Remember, guys, pronunciation, we said this is how we say the word. All right, let's look at the next one. What is the entry word, the actual word, the entry word in the dictionary entry? The entry word. Is it option one, keep, or option two, keeps? All right, and if we were to select the entry word, the actual word that we are looking up in the dictionary, yes, then we will say it is option one. That is the entry word. So well done, great job. All right, so now we're going to use dictionary definitions. So now we're going to use the dictionary definitions, all right? So you're going to look at the sentence. It says airplanes, ships, and automobiles are widely used forms of transportation. So we say airplanes, ships, and automobiles are widely used forms of transportation. We need to look at the sentence, right? And select the definition of the word form that this sentence specifically uses. If we look at the three definitions, one of our definitions needs to match the word forms based on the forms of transportation. All right, and if we look at this word, here we have our entry word, which is form. We have a pronunciation of how we say form, it's a noun. The plural of form is one form, more than one form is forms. Okay, the first definition is a piece of paper that you fill out with information. All right. The next one says the shape of something or someone, the shape of something or someone. And then the third one is a type. Walking is an easy form of exercise. All right. So if we say airplanes, ships, and automobiles are widely used forms of transportation, and then we can rather say it is option two. Something that is a shape or form of something. All right, let's look at the next one. It says when Luther started to feel faint. So when Luther started to feel faint, Miss Lister told him to lie down for a while. All right. So the meaning of the word, right? It says when Luther started to feel faint, Miss Lister told him to lie down for a while. So here we have a word faint. It's an adjective. The first meaning of faint is hard to hear because it is quiet. It's like you're saying it's like faint and soft. That is the first one. The second one is hard to see because it is not your bright, it's not bright or clear. All right. And if we look at that sentence, right? Actually, if we look at the meaning of that word, we don't need to say which definition of faint, right, is being used. And then we can say option three is being used because if the miss told him to lay down, right, and then it means that he felt dizzy and lightheaded. All right, let's do one more and then we go to our test. All right, the next one is the word that is given our entry word is draw. The entry word is draw. So draw is our entry word. Then here we have a pronunciation. The part of speech it's a verb. Now we need to look at the three meanings and we need to select which definition that matches. Baseball games draw a lot of people to is it Yardley Park. So baseball games draw a lot of people to Yardley Park. And the first definition is to make a picture with a pencil, it's like you're drawing something. The second one is to pull something up. And the last one is to bring in or attract people. So which means that if we look at this word, baseball games draw a lot of people to Yardley Park. That is the third meaning, to bring or to attract people. All right, so now we're going to our test where we're going to use dictionary definitions. We're going to use dictionary definitions. All right. Yeah, they say, look at the sentence. It says baseball games draw a lot of people to Yardley Park. All right. And if we now look at those three meanings, and if we were to choose one of the definitions, then if they say baseball games draw a lot of people to Yardley Park, then we can say it's number three, to bring in or attract. Option two. All right, we need to look at the definition that is given. It says Franklin practiced hitting the high notes on his flute. Is that option one? Does match with the meaning that says very tall? Option two, a large distance above the ground? Or option three, having an elevated pitch? Which one is correct? Where we are hitting the high notes. All right. And if we were to select the meaning of this that says Franklin practiced hitting the high notes on his flute, we will go with option one, having an elevated pitch. It's like you need to have a proper higher pitch. All right. The next one says, look at the sentence. Airplanes, ships, and automobiles are widely used forms of transportation. And if we now look at the meanings of those words, right? So, airplanes, ships, and automobiles are widely used forms of transportation. So, we need to find the meaning of the word that means the same as the forms that we mentioned in that dictionary entry. Is it option one, a piece of paper that is filled out with information? Number two, the shape of something or someone? Or number three, a type? And if we were to select the correct option, we will say, is it option one, a type, or option two, a safe? Option one, a type, option two, safe. So here they say, okay, we said, sorry, we said we're choosing option. Yes, well done. Option one, which is a type, is correct. So option one is correct. Well done. It's like the different types of transportation. All right, let's look at the next one. It says Mr. Wyatt was clear, the word clear. So I had no trouble understanding him. If we now look at the definitions of the word clear, there's three definitions. It says easy to see through, the second one, easy to understand, or option three, not blocked. If we look at that word clear, Mr. White was clear. So I had no trouble understanding him. Is that option one, which is easy to understand, or option two, easy to thought? So we now need to select the correct definition. Is that word clear, easy to understand, option one, or easy to thought, option two? All right, and if we were to select the definition of clear, and then we can say it is easy to understand. So, yes, option one is correct. Well done. Let's do the last one. It says, the tree fell and struck the ground with a loud thud. The tree fell and struck the ground with a loud thud. We need to look at that sentence and select the definition of strike. Is it option one, to hit or slap something or someone? Option two, a light match? Or option three, to make a sound at a certain time? So the tree fell and struck the ground with a loud thud. Is it option one, a long piece? Or option two, that word strike is to option two, to hit or slap. What is the meaning of that word struck? Is it option one, a long piece, or option two, to hit or slap? All right. So this is now the end of our lesson. We said that this is dictionary skills. We went over guide words as well as how to use dictionary entries, right? We also have identified the entry word, how to use the dictionary, how to use it if a word is being given, and we need to select the correct definition of that word. All right, so this is the end of our lesson, grade 3. Thank you very much for joining the class, and I really hope you're going to have a good day further. Goodbye. All right, so this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade threes. Have a good evening further. Goodbye.